Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. Oh, don't forget about our 500 to D Live T-shirt contest. We only need 31 more, I believe, to get to 500, so we can have the Wheel of Death giveaway 2 T-shirts, 1 large JJ Stoner Midget Wednesday shirt, child size, and a T-shirt from the Winning TV store on Teespring. You can win a Speakeasy shirt, a Winning TV shirt, or a Promises Kept shirt. Doc on one breast and myself on the other breast, but you only get the back of my head on the outside of the shirt. You can also help out. You can also help out the shows by donating on Streamlabs. You can find the link on the About section in D Live, and you get to send me a little video that we can play along with your donation, which is kind of neat. So, without further ado, we have tonight with us from the Great Awakening, the great Ukraine Neil. Welcome aboard,
Good
UK.
evening. Good evening, boys and girls, everybody out there. A lot of heads in a lot of different places, I think, at the moment with everything going on. But I tell you what, my head says that Trump is still going to be president for another 4 years.
From your lips to God's ear.
Right?
Next
you
up,
care, Neil.
oh, thank you for that opening, Ukraine Neil. Doc Martin is up, so I got a few minutes to go out and tweet some things and let people know the show is on, and go get a ham sandwich. And
Yankee.
I can make a sandwich.
Saying with a lip like that. No wonder y'all got Tweedledee and Tweedledum up there.
I can go down to the
Hi, y'all.
Florentine,
So
get a
glad you came back for another
cannoli.
week of cussing and discussing. Even if we do have a ne'er-do-well Yankee amongst the cast.
That was it.
How was that?
I was going to run down to the Florentine and get a. I was going to run down to the Florentine and get a cannoli.
You know how us women are. We're going to do our best to prove you wrong.
Yeah, Phil, you can't win with a woman, so I don't even know why I try, bro. You just can't. Especially a Spitfire like her.
That's right. We remember things that hadn't even happened yet.
That's right. And
Also,
6 years before that.
Also with us tonight is Stefan. Stefan, welcome.
Hello, peeps. I'm just ready for scorched earth. I'm with Grandma, and I don't know why Grandma's not on here, but we were chatting in the previous Winning TV. Scorched earth policy. It's fucking time. Just do it. One side wins or the other side wins. We're fucked either way. So.
Yeah, we would be.
Welcome everybody. Yeah.
Either way.
What do you mean that we would be screwed either way? And I prefer to be kissed before I am. Thank you very much.
It's more just, I guess. So what we discussed is the movie's getting very boring, and it's time for just shit to hit the fan. It's time for the big action scene. It's time for some kind of closure, I guess. That's the best way I can describe it.
I think you're going to get that in 2 weeks because I don't know if you've seen the Supreme Court have been called back, been assigned states, particularly the Democrat contested states or the states with the voter fraud. And obviously, what did Sidney Powell say that everything will be revealed in 2 weeks? That will shock everybody. So I think you're about to see the Supreme Court come into action. Pennsylvania did their messing about tonight and refused to listen to the case. And the Trump team put a statement out basically saying, well, thanks. Now you've just given us the right of passage to the Supreme Court. We'd like to have dealt with it state to state, but obviously you didn't want to do that. So thanks, but we're off to the Supreme Court now.
Well, Neil, let me touch on that real quick because I've been thinking about this, as we all have, for weeks, right? What's the best way to introduce evidence into court? You lose at every lower court, whatever. So you appeal, get up to the Supreme Court. But, everything's being dropped at once. It's pretty amazing. And what is Giuliani famous for? And I think everybody's overlooked this. Like, he took down the mob, but what's his famous cases? The RICO cases. What if this is a
giant RICO
RICO case? that not only involves election fraud, but stealing of $100 trillion and a whole bunch of other things that they can present at once. Like it's almost the ultimate storm, if you will.
You mean the perfect storm?
I think the big evidence drop is going to be the what they've got from the servers, because I think it's the CIA behind all this, behind the whole vote fraud. I think it's the CIA.
I think it always has been. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think
they're as dirty as the day is long. We always known it. I just hope that everything comes up about them, though, because if you look at all the different pots that they've got their dirty little fingers into, I mean, I hope they are outed from here to kingdom come, so that POTUS can shred them from here to tomorrow.
Sass, you're right. Notice all the big billionaires are pushing for this great reset. I think they're on their death bounce. You know what I mean? You fall off a ladder, you bounce, you try to live, but you fucking die eventually.
Well, I've been
dark.
going through the Great Reset this week on Tuesday and Thursday with Victor. He and I talked about it. Yeah, I mean, nobody, and I'm surprised, nobody caught Joe Biden's slogan, and I didn't. I'm guilty of that as well. I said this a few months ago when he came out with Build Back Better. I believe I had said that he should fire his campaign person who came up with that garbage. But then you look at the IMF and the WEF websites and Twitter feeds, it's Build Back Better. It's everywhere. Just nobody noticed it.
Well, let me ask you this. What are they exactly proposing with this global reset, with Build Back Better? What the fuck? It's a bunch of pipe dreams.
Go read AOC's New Green Deal. That's Build Back Better in a nutshell.
So no cows, no diesel engines, no gasoline engines.
They will control your diet. They will control. They
will get rid of.
They will get rid of. Gas and oil is gone within 10 years or less, I believe is their plan.
Hey, let's watch the world just fucking die.
Everybody
Seriously.
will have a green energy job of some sort. They call it sustainable economies. None of it's good. They track where you go. You have to let them know where you're going. Is another point.
Well, it's going to be really hard to pull that off when you don't have diesel generators making electricity, or
Victor made the best analogy of this. If you want to know how we're all going, we won't have borders. There'll be open borders there won't be countries essentially. In the end, that's the end game. He made the best analogy. We will all be living under a feudal system. That's what it'll be.
Well, I would argue with that and just say that there will be nobody living except for the ones they choose to live. Look at the Georgia Guidestones. 500,000 or 500 million people is literally what they think will take to maintain the earth, as they say, even though they're against us maintaining the earth. Like, figure that one out. It's insanity.
Well, I don't know if it goes that far, but at least the beginning of the game will be a feudal system. So,
well, they do like to stretch things out over decades. So, yeah, I mean, 2021 became 2030, and then all of a sudden it became 2050. Now it's 2030 again, like their propaganda project 2030, right? I don't know. I say we just sit back and watch the fucking fireworks. I think Trump knows exactly what he's doing, and I think they're all fucked. And it literally is come down to they're at each other's front lines. They're done. Like it's full on war. So
you know when you're having to drag out Prince Charles to advertise your Great Reset, it ain't quite the super machine you think it is. Because I don't know if anybody see Prince Charles, but he looks an absolute fucking mess.
Well, did you see Zuckerberg? Holy fuck, Neil.
That guy's just a robot, isn't he?
And Jack. Oh, boy. Jack, he looks straight out of fucking...
What is with Zuckerberg and those no bang things? I mean, he is just the harmless little thing. God bless him. You know, it just shows you, just like with Jack, you know, that long, scraggly beard and piercings, and you know, they all just go so weird. You know, you give them a multi-million-dollar platform that the government developed, make them famous, and what do they do? Turn weird on you.
Well, he's trying to fit in San Francisco, so he doesn't get recognized when he goes into his office building. You see, he looks like a homeless man.
You may as well start calling him Jack
I don't know
Mohammed
who
or
could
something.
miss that old ghost. He's so white, I bet he glows under the covers.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Imam Dorsey.
Imam Dorsey. There you go, Neil. I love it. This spitting image right there. I say we get it trending.
Yeah.
Mind you, though, did you see what Twitter said about removing POTUS from Trump's account, even if he hasn't conceded in January?
Well, Facebook went as far as putting him as political candidate. Sorry. Yep. Wow. Right? Like, thank you for keeping me safe. Jesus Christ.
I just think that the Twitter and Facebook have been activated, and when I say activated, I mean, you know, when they first started years ago, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, a social media site! I can put my pretty pictures up and talk to my friends." Now here we are in 2020, and they're nothing to do with that. They're just there to, you know, shut down the truth, shut down your accounts, and control the narrative along with the mainstream media.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Thank you for the Diamond Boogie bumper. Thank you for protecting me, Twitter.
Well, that sounds great. Nothing ever bad comes from being put on a list by government. They're doing it to keep me safe. They're protecting me. Thank you for keeping me safe.
It's so laughable, isn't it?
Yeah, Boogs is a gem in 2020. I swear to God, without him and you guys, like, we'd all fucking just burn shit down too. I swear to God.
I'm saying. But, you know, that's the good thing. People are always saying, you know, social media is so bad. And I know that there is a lot of really negative, and yes, there's a lot of bad people out there, but I just think that it's been a blessing that the Lord's brought me so many nice friends through it. You know,
well, I'm going to go like Major Tom
route. You don't get it
route.
in your real life.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Seth. Sorry.
Do what, baby? No.
I said I was going to go Major Tom route and say, if you want to depress yourself, just go to any blue check mark on Twitter. It'll make you want to fucking blow your brains out.
Not mine. Maybe theirs, but not mine. I'm not that desperate. I'm sorry.
Here's a couple of videos that Victor and I went through on Thursday. This one is, that's my stream deck. Oh, here we go. This one is Justin Trudeau.
Building back better means getting support to the most vulnerable while maintaining our momentum on reaching the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and the SDGs. Canada is here to listen and to help. This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset. This is our chance to accelerate our pre-pandemic efforts to reimagine economic systems that actually address global challenges like extreme poverty, inequality, and climate change.
Wow.
Has that fruit actually left his house yet?
I don't know. Probably not.
I don't think he has. He hasn't left his house since the whole COVID thing.
I guess he gave up on the fake eyebrows.
He put his eyebrows on. He put his eyebrows on with maple syrup. Got hot in the sun and it slid down his face.
And what the hell is going on with that freaking tie as well? Good Lord.
I know, that is hideous, isn't it?
That's Canada. We have the same people here in the United States, though. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
Oh God, just the one I think.
Who? You mean
Beetlejuice.
What?
There's got to be
Yeah, Beetlejuice.
with the executive branch, because otherwise it doesn't work.
That's what I call it.
So you got to eliminate that compliance, and you make a mandate, and then you do training, particularly in the city. I'll call them licensing departments, whether it's zoning, buildings, housing will be impacted by it, planning certainly, and you pick the people that run those agencies and the deputies that are pledging allegiance to the new world order and good governance, and then I think you have the inspector general do some spot audits to make sure that there is real compliance.
Did you catch it?
NWO.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. I mean, they've been saying this for years. If you go back to George Bush, Senior, how many times did he say the words "New World Order"? They've been saying it non-stop.
After he said it, though, it was a conspiracy theory. That Alex Jones, he's a psychopath. He's a conspiracy theorist.
You know what else was conspiracy theory, Phil? Was the reptilian eyes he had when he said it. So we won't even go there. But
she's got those.
I'll bring that up.
Don't freak them out.
The people that run those agencies and the deputies that are pledging allegiance to the new world order. And
yeah, she said it.
Oh my gosh!
Hold on,
just like Joe Biden did the other day, whenever he said that they had put together the largest fraud operation in the history of elections. Isn't it funny how truth comes out sometimes?
Well, Sidney Powell called that out, and she said, dementia will make you say things that it unfilters you. So
it does.
Like,
you don't have a filter. That's why they've kept him under wraps. It's because they know they can't control him. He's a walking gaff.
Yeah, that's why today he had a press conference, or was it yesterday, where he said, the Oval Office is going to be mi casa, su casa. And then they said, okay, that's it. And the reporters started asking questions, and they said, get out. Can't make this up. Yes, my Oval Office is your Oval Office. Now get out. Oh, on tape.
The irony. Oh, the irony. It's so delicious right now. It's so great.
Did anyone see that other? Did anyone see that other Lori Lightfoot one where she has the nightmare and wakes up? It's the COVID nightmare.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Where she's having a nightmare and she wakes up. She's like, "Oh my god, thank goodness for that! I was in the COVID nightmare." And then who's the other fucking fat thing that's in the video with her? She part of her government setup.
Like
and
the health.
They're like going, "Oh, thank goodness for that! You need to listen to us."
Like the health secretary, I think, or something like that, to that effect.
Yeah, some of them.
I think she dressed up in the COVID outfit or something.
Yeah, except Boogie, I'm going to agree with you. They project what they're doing to you. Like, that's absolute fact. They have to, based on Dominion and Bible, and I won't go into it, but that's it. Absolutely, it's pure projection. You agree, you submit. Therefore, it's not illegal in the spiritually realm. Yep.
Interesting.
It's deep, man. It's deep. I'll tell you what, South Dakota's governor, though, holy shit, that woman. Yes.
She's definitely one for the future.
She's she's a keeper. I'd say that.
Oh yeah.
You mean Kristi Noem?
Yeah, that's the woman. That's the one. She's one of my coworkers. That's his bae. Like Boogie has his bae. That's fuck's her name? I can't think of it offhand, but he knows who she is, and I got mine. It's Kaylee, and then my coworker's got his bae. It's Kristi.
Oh, you're talking about
Just notice that all the hot women are on the conservative side. The ones you can't tell if they're girl or boy are on the other. That Kristi Noem, she is a hottie.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, even as a woman, I can appreciate beauty in another woman, and she's the total package, seemingly.
Who was it?
I wouldn't want to piss her off. I'll tell you that. Just like you, Sass, I would never piss you guys off.
I was
total package, and that means you.
Your mama did not raise a fool.
I don't mind pissing Doc off. I'm okay with it.
You're a Yankee,
though.
Oh,
you talk brave now. You just wait, bucko.
So, we might as well talk about some of the title here. The Tucker Carlson thing. Oh,
do you know
man.
what? I actually think I'm quite open-minded with this Tucker thing. I'm not, going down the road of Tucker's a scumbag, But
yep.
I will say this: Dinesh D'Souza made a good point in a small video he did, and I used it in the show tonight. And he was saying, look, if you're a journalist, right, you got to do some research. You just can't expect Sidney Powell to come on and just go, have all the evidence, right? If you want to know about Dominion, if you want to know about the voter fraud, you could go out there, find it, research it, right? Why was Tucker just expecting Sydney to come on and go, Shazam, there's the evidence? Investigative journalism was the words that Dinesh D'Souza used. And I kind of agree with him there. I'm like, okay, so where was Tucker's research on this?
Here's what
expected Sydney to turn up?
Here's what I think's funny about the Twitterverse is that when he did the Bob Belinsky thing, he was an investigative journalist. When he did the monologue the other night that pissed everybody off, he's just a talk show host. I just find the Twitterverse hilarious because people flip on people in a matter of seconds. And if you listen to Boogie,
it's Facebook without the paragraphs.
If you listen
they just flip out, but it's not the paragraphs.
If you listen
don't get stories, novels.
If you listen to Boogie's assessment, because he played the video, the monologue, right, and he stopped it, and if you actually sit there and listen to that assessment last night that he did, which I thought was fantastic, you come back with a different perspective because people are on Twitter saying he called Sidney Powell a liar. Well, he actually didn't. It's just the Twitter people tend to just, if you don't hear exactly what you want to hear, you lose your shit. And then you start hearing things you didn't hear. You know what I mean? And I think that's got to stop.
As well, with the emotions going towards Fox at the moment. Obviously, let's be honest, Fox have kind of really tilted those scales in the last couple of weeks with some of what they've had to say about Trump and the investigations and that. And I think a bit of that with Tucker was the Trump supporters in the emotion of Fox as well were taking a lot of what Tucker said that night to heart as well. And sometimes if you look at it from one angle, maybe they're right. If you look at it from another angle, maybe they're just, emotional about Fox at the moment, which, to be honest, as I say, with Fox, I think they've got every right to. I think Fox have been a disgrace the last couple of weeks, and not just because, everybody seems to affiliate them with Trump over the last number of years. But I do think some of the emotions were running high against Fox, and then Tucker comes out with that, and then people just aligned that with the whole Fox scenario.
And I also, to be honest with you, I didn't have a problem. According to Sydney, she did try to send him affidavits and things, which was not what he was wanting. And what he's wanting, which is the proof that you and I had spoke of on Promises Kept, and I understand everybody wants it, but there's a proper time and place to expose that. You don't want to give your hand away before it's time. What I had a problem with him about was his nasty vitriolness about it. He didn't just say, well, we kept reaching out to Sydney and asking her because we wanted to give her time to air the proof. And her response was, she gave us the affidavits and everything, but she's not wanting to release everything just yet. And what we understand that and just want you to know that in the future, when you're ready to expose it, we'd like to be the one you air it through. We'd like to be the one to talk to you about it. He didn't have to be so nasty and hateful and vitriolic and trying to stir the shit pot like he did the first night. I don't give a shit how you say it or what you say necessarily. A lot of what comes across is how you say things. and he was a nasty little piece of work.
But
just saying.
Let me say this: he's done that with a lot of people, not just her.
He sure has.
And when he does it, when he does it to somebody on the left, the Twitterverse cheers it and go, "Yeah, get him, Tucker." You know.
Well, do you guys see the common
I'm
theme?
not the Twitterverse. I'm just speaking for Denise Martin. But I'm saying, I don't care who it's directed towards. I want the news. I don't want your sneering. I don't want your commentary. I don't want your snidness, and I don't want your gotcha. I want the news. I can make up the rest.
I just think the funny.
I don't care for Tucker very much anymore.
I just think the funny
you guys see the common theme, though, right? You see the common theme.
What?
The common theme is ratings. They lost a shit ton of ratings, and so he's trying to grasp it.
Trying to get it back.
But that's nothing he hasn't done before to other people. So, I guess my point is the same people that are calling Tucker a traitor now on Twitter were the same people cheering. Now, and then this is not the first time.
Well, yeah, there's always going to be
this is not
of people like that.
This is not the first time this has happened with Tucker, though. I remember
and it's
Tucker.
Not the first time I didn't like it about him either.
I know. No, I'm not talking about the snide remarks. I remember not too long ago, Tucker was a deep state asset or whatever people were calling him. Then the Bob Lewinsky thing came, and he was a hero again. So it just.
Oh, I don't know.
I find it
that.
funny. I just find it funny.
It's
full circle, Phil. Because I guarantee you, like half the people are like, "Oh, he's a CIA traitor." Like, look at him trying to fucking pry all the evidence out so they can squash it.
Well, no. I think that's ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous.
Not he's either sitting on the fence, or he's like, I don't know.
Not everybody's
either be a journalist or a TV host. Be one or the other. Because if you're a TV host, then I won't be expecting news out of you. But if you're going to be a journalist, give me the news and leave the snidiness for me to decide. What?
There's those squiggly red lines that Obama drew, like TV host versus journalist. Like, where do you sit at a certain time? I guess what it all comes down to, honestly, is a quote from Super Troopers, and I'm gonna modify it a little bit, but we're all freaking out, man. We're all freaking out at the current moment. This shit is too much to process for all of us, and just take a step back.
To be fair, though, I can see exactly where Sidney Powell and the rest of the lawyers are coming from. If you see what happened a few nights back when with Wayne County, when people on the electoral commission because they had the vote and the vote decided that they weren't going to certify it that night. That was before they flipped and flopped about 4 times in one day. But you know, you had these lefty Democrat supporting activists, you know, going live within minutes, doxing their names, threatening their children. So, you know, just from that scene alone, you know, you could see why they're not putting any evidence out there. Because,
and it needs to be introduced in a court of law.
Exactly.
You don't need to give your enemy time to come up with an alternate reality theory, you know, in response. That's the art of war. And we are in a war. It's irregular warfare, but we are in a war.
We have to adapt. Let me ask you guys this. What do you think about all the Freudian slips of Kamala as president? There's been
I think it's because he knows what they've got planned. He ain't going to be president for long. He knows it.
Well, it's not just that, but like de Blasio's daughter, Bill de Blasio's daughter, literally said she was high on meth as fuck. I mean, she was high as fuck.
And she lovely.
I know a lot of tweets. Like, I've seen them. Portland is a perfect example, right? The problem is she came out and spilled the beans. Biden stole the election. He stole the election. Like, she proclaimed it like it was victory, right? And, like, what do you think about all these backdoor deals with Kamala? Because she also admitted that Kamala was the first black woman president. And it's like, what? It's a glitch in the matrix, I guess. I don't know.
I think Joe was the what's it called? The bloody horse in the war thing where they go up to the gate. What's it called? Trojan horse. I think Biden was the Trojan horse for the extreme left socialist communist regime in the Democrat Party. I think they reeled him up to the gate. Sorry.
Hold on just a second. So do you think he was a Trojan horse? I do also, but for whom? For whom? For what side? Because the Freudian slips that he let go, like we have the biggest voter fraud thing on the planet. What side do you think he was the Trojan horse for? That's my question.
I think it was for the deep state side. I think he's an imperfect vessel. And they knew going in that made him malleable, but at the same time, it makes him unpredictable. They've tried, just like they did with Hillary, they've tried to manage it with medicines and things, I think, that make him fairly lucid, for certain periods of time. But he can't maintain it. And that's where
his son's Hunter Biden. That's where they're all the cocaine he wants.
Do what?
I said his son is Hunter Biden, so he's got all the cocaine he wants.
Plus, I think with Joe, they knew they were going to attract the corporate money because it's Joe Biden. It's Joe Biden. The Democrat Party knew that this guy was going to attract the corporate money.
Well, I guess what I'm getting at to the long-term conspiracy theory. I don't care. Label me a conspiracy theorist. I don't give a shit. Why do you think Joe went so far? I mean, he's in his last years of life. We all know that. He's obviously.
Why do we think who went so far?
Why do you think Joe went so far? He
what do you mean? He didn't have a choice. Because what's going to come out, it's going to fry them all, including him. His only hope is to convince people he's got dementia. Because when everything comes out, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be very ugly. And to be honest with you, there are even times when I have debated, gee, is he that good of an actor? Could it be an act? I probably am leaning towards maybe not, but I think he probably does have some. But I think he hems it up because I think that's going to be his future defense. And he knows.
Seth, I can almost promise you that I agree with 100% of what you said. But there's multiple Joe Bidens. There has to be. Not just myself, but a lot of other very well-known dares, I guess you could say. Not anons or anything, but public people say, look, there's the Joe with the attached earlobes, there's the Joe without the attached earlobes, there's the Joe in a rubber mask.
Well, we know that they use body doubles a lot.
Yeah. I think
come on, we knew that with, at when Hillary, remember when they had to throw in the back of the paddy wagon, and then, 45 minutes later, she comes prancing out of her daughter's penthouse, acting like she is just fine. That was not the same woman they drug in there.
No, absolutely not. Well, a lot of people think the real Hillary was arrested at that moment, and we won't go into that. But my point is, body doubles are very real. And
well, yeah, they. My understanding is they use them for everybody.
Who was Joe the Trojan horse for? That's what I want to know.
I think he was the Trojan horse,
and he set them motherfuckers up because Hillary. You notice her tweets lately. I think she had her day of reckoning with the government and God, and said, "All right," because you know how she goes. If I go down, she's taking every motherfucker down with her. And to me, that it all makes sense now.
Okay, for you Q readers, let me interject a couple of things. Number one, Major Patriot just tweeted, she said it. Sidney Powell just said on Newsmax TV, it will be biblical for Q readers. And then secondly, POTUS tweeted, why is Joe Biden so quickly forming a cabinet when my investigators have found hundreds of thousands of fraudulent votes, enough to flip at least 4 states, which in turn is more than enough to win the election. Hopefully the courts and our legislatures will have, let's see here, hang on, let me get to the next one. Twitter will bring it up. If we will have the courage to do what has to be done to maintain the integrity of our elections in the United States of America itself. In all caps, the world is watching. And that is the darn truth, because the world was part of what was trying to take us down through this elections. So he has reason to believe that he has enough fraudulent votes to flip at least 4 states. So hadn't seen him tweet anything out yet that hadn't come to fruition.
Well, there's a few problems with that.
What's that, babe?
Is the evidence enough to flip it, and will the judges accept it? That's
apparently
that's
thinks
too.
it is.
They've got the evidence. They've got what was on those servers in Germany. They've got it.
But
Phil
John
doesn't believe
John
until
Roberts.
he sees evidence.
John Roberts was our guy until he wasn't our guy. You know what I mean? Just saying, you're relying on judges to make that decision. Are they going to flip the election and give it to Trump? That's the realization. You know,
I think
Well,
when they see
We're
the
never going to
evidence
know
that
unless we
they've got-
ask.
what's that? I guess I'm saying we'll see when we see. I mean,
Yeah.
But I'm thinking it's looking good because I have never known him to tweet anything out that he can't back up, nor have I ever known Sidney Powell. I mean, she even was telling everybody that she is not joining the legal team for POTUS. She is doing this on her own, of her own free volition, with no pay. I'm assuming because she was so utterly terrified and horrified at what they have found. Now, for anyone who knows that every lawyer has their billable hours down to the very second. You even sneeze in their direction, they're going to charge you billable hours. That's what lawyers live off of. For her to not take that position to do this shows the utter conviction of her belief of what she's found. So I'm thinking that it's looking very, very strong case.
Yeah.
My thinking. Did I shock y'all or put y'all asleep or what?
Let me ask a question. Where do we all stand on this, on the server situation? And does everybody understand what actually happened there?
Apparently, a server was pulled from Germany, from Army, from last I saw, but we don't know who actually has it. So
what actually happened is, and this is through me doing digging, and again, this is not 100% confirmation here, but this is through the digging that I've done, reading articles about Gina Haspel and her involvement in the UK. Don't know if you're aware, Gina Haspel served actively in the UK between 2014 2017. Still dossier anybody? Boris Johnson flipping all over the place at the moment. So basically, there is some sort of CIA base in Frankfurt, or CIA offices on like US ground in Germany. So apparently, through military means, they accessed the information on the servers and took the information from the servers. They didn't actually take the servers; they took the information from the servers, and that's what they hold, is the information on the servers. And from what is being said, the information from those servers actually has the legitimate results. Now, what's being said is that basically whoever was accessing the votes from the internet, which even several media sources have said that somebody from the internet was accessing the votes that night. What was happening was that all of the information was being transferred over to this CIA camp base, whatever you want to call it, in Frankfurt, Germany. And that's where they've got the information from.
So,
also, Neil, did you know that
Boogie's poking us with a
that
stick right now.
she was very good friends with Brennan? Did you know that?
Gina Haspel. Oh yeah.
She worked with him.
See,
so that fits nicely.
So
this is where Boris comes in, and this is why Boris is flipping all over the place, because Gina Haspel was active in the UK between 2014 and 2017. She was camped out in London. Well, what happened between 2014 2017? Spygate, Steele dossier, all of that. Yeah, who was Foreign Secretary?
That's
Boris.
Right.
And it's no coincidence now that it's Gina Haspel that is stopping a lot of the charges and things.
Exactly. Her and Ray are numbered.
So
their days are numbered.
So by that theory, the CIA has it. That should make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
No, the CIA don't have the vote.
They don't have the server info.
Nobody knows.
She's trying to block the other information that they've been asking for.
But this is all just
other things.
This is all just theory. Nobody knows, right? Because We don't know who in the government has that server information, right? To this right now, as of right now, nobody knows who has it.
But we have very good indications.
A good indication is nobody knows. Right?
Yeah, but in reality, you can either sit there being nervous and sort of going, "Oh, will Trump get it? Won't get it?" Or you can research where they possibly could have got this. Why Trump's, so calm. All right, he's putting his tweets out, but this is the guy the night after the election went and played golf. Now, some people out there may go, "Oh, well, it's Trump. It's what Trump does. He doesn't know what he's doing." Well, those that know Trump knows that he's gone out and played golf because he already knows what's going on here. So,
I encourage everybody to go research the executive order he passed after the 2018 primary.
Yeah.
Really look at that, interpret the language of it, and just imagine. Well, I don't want to go there. Trump, Tesla, time travel, the whole fucking scene, the seeing, the looking glass, that whole thing.
Trump's uncle,
fucking
Tesla,
you.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way, and I don't give a shit. Call me conspiracy theorist.
Also, just to add to that, Stefan, I did some research in a week on quantum right. So, does everybody know about the Kraken supercomputer? Right.
We covered it on Promises Kept several months ago.
Right. So what else did Ivanka Trump come out with in an Instagram post and a tweet in 2018? It was October 2019. The end of October 2019, she announced that they had developed the, how you want to call it, software for a quantum computer at the end of 2019. So imagine it like this. And I get it. I'm going down a kind of Hugh Avenue here, right? But what else started at the end of 2019? What we're dealing with now? COVID? Did they get nervous because Trump, Ivanka announced that they had quantum computing technology? Just putting it out there. But with regards to the whole time travel thing, etc., at the end of 2019, Ivanka did announce that they actually had quantum technology or quantum computing.
Well, hey, Neil, I'll piggyback off you on that. Kofefi, he's always. In fact, one of his tweets was, "I don't care what the media says, Kofefi." It is an actual alloy that was used in the microchips in these computers. It'll take a long time or multiple shows to kind of catch people up on that. But if you missed it, I highly suggest you research it. Kofefi, there was a reason he fucking tweeted it. Over and over again.
So if Trump can time travel, why are we going through COVID? Just
ask. It relates to Bill Gates and Fauci. We all know now, after researching, Fauci and Bill Gates were like best friends. They don't do what they're telling us to do. I mean, look at Gavin Newsom. I mean, it's an interconnected spider web.
Yeah, but
and I guarantee
what I think
it's
he's
a way
saying
to leverage them. Fuck you. You're done. Out you go.
But
we're going to catapult.
I think that they get the general drift of what's coming, but they don't always know every little detail of exactly how it's going to manifest itself. From what I've researched and read on all of these, the looking glass and all these things, is it gives them a limited look, but it's not an all-telling, all-knowing, gee, they're God, and they know what's coming, and they can plan for every little thing. I mean, it from my understanding, it doesn't work quite like that. But what I think that, again, I know this is not a popular opinion, but there's some things that they know generally what may be coming, and they allow so that it exposes their enemy, number one, and number two, so that there is the percentage of Americans, much like yourself, Phil, that require proof before they believe, can see. Because there's no other way to wake up a lot of people than for them to actually see some of this. I'm not saying everything, but I'm saying some of it. They know that people have got to witness firsthand in order for them to reject it.
So all the seniors that died alone and choking on their blood in New York State.
I didn't say that was all planned. They didn't. I'm not saying that. You're
Okay.
twisting what I'm saying. You're trying.
Well, no, you
to
said it's so
the other
they
side.
so we can
I
expose
said that they know
them.
generalities. Sometimes they don't know everything. They knew that they might use something like this, but they don't know every detail of how they've stopped everything. It's a fluid war, and they're having to react to some of it.
So I maybe I need to see it. That's all. And if you could look
Bill doesn't
back,
live in New York. He lives in Missouri. It's a show me state. Show me, bro.
If you could look back and stop 6,500 seniors from choking on their blood in New York, I would have stopped it. But rather than to approve the evil, because that makes them just as evil for allowing it to happen. Just saying.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, I was away from my microphone. And I'm just saying, again, you're assuming that they know every detail. And that's not what any of the research that I've done backs up. It doesn't give them every detail of what the bad guys are planning. It gives them indications of what is going to come. They know generalities, but I don't think they know specifics. I don't think anybody in their right mind would stand by and let 6,500 seniors die. That's a ridiculous assumption.
Sass, I'm going to disagree with you. I think everybody.
You go right ahead. It's a free country.
So I think NSA captured all of their fucking communications, whether it be on Xbox, PlayStation, phone, Facebook Messenger. It doesn't matter. I think
NSA has it all. Yeah, they do. But think about it. That doesn't mean they have it in real time. That doesn't mean that everything they do, everything they talk about in code, the way they change around things, that they knew the instant they read it. That's just not reality. I mean, you have to get this information in from a lot of different sources, sift it through, try to ascertain what codes they're using, what they mean, who the players are, guess what they're planning, and try to react to it all in real time. I mean, you got to be realistic here. I'm just saying, y'all are acting like it's a movie or a video game that is in a perfect world. It's not. To me, it's a framework with generalities that they are using as a means to fight a war. And it's imperfect, and I think that they have to revamp a lot, and they have to, but they know the generalities of what's coming, and so they try to plan as much as they can. I mean, POTUS knew enough to shut down the borders ahead of everybody else. He knew enough to get, the work on the vaccines spearheaded. I mean, he did all the right things. I don't think that was just all instinct. I think some of it was because they knew it was kind of coming and was somewhat prepared. But it doesn't give them every detail so that they can prevent every bad thing that could ever happen. I mean, only God could do that, and that'd be with the second coming of his son. I'm just saying. Okay, that was my 2 cents.
He should have been. Trump should have been watching the Daily Boogie, because Boogie was talking about COVID in December. He was talking about it in December. That's how I knew about it. So, just saying, maybe President
you
Trump
need to just open up a direct line to POTUS then. Get going. What are you hiding Boogie's light under a bushel for? You need to be shouting from the rafters that they need to be getting Boogie up there so we can have benefit of his foresight. If we've got a valuable tool on our side, we need to be using it.
Here's how I believe he knew before we knew here in the U.S., and how I found out about it early on is because Australia has thousands of Chinese students that come in. That's how they knew about it beforehand.
And also, they have one pizza guy that can shut down the entire state. How about that?
Hey, where's my pie? No pies today. The pizza guy's got COVID. He's got the coof.
You're fine. Yep. Here's your ticket.
And don't think you're going to take a walk, get any exercise, or walk your dog.
Them Aussies.
I understand in Australia they are really serious about that. That is sad.
Well, don't worry, Australia. You're going to build back better under the IMF plan. Yay.
Oh, boy.
I'm saying the whole world needs to pray that POTUS is elected so we can try to start setting them all right one by one. I don't know if it'll be possible, but maybe.
Throw another conspiracy out because it makes for interesting conversations. It really does.
You're driving Phil crazy.
What, you want me to come up with another conspiracy?
No, don't come up with another.
Oh, right.
Which one, baby?
I was thinking we could talk about, the Baron Trump books again from, 1893 and the fact that what we're watching now was written in 1896.
Yes.
Wasn't that freaky?
Yeah, but how do you explain?
And
right,
the looks of them?
How do you right? So for those of you out there that kind of think we're all mad because we talk about time travel and things like that, right? How do you explain that there were actual books written between 1892, two particular books between 1893 and 1896 that have been ultimately proven? I mean, it's on Wikipedia, whether you think they're trustworthy or not, but they're mainstream. They're even up on Wikipedia, right? The Marvelous Adventures of Baron Trump and the Last President. And when you read into these books, it's everything you're watching now. How do people that think that we've lost our minds because we're talking about time travel? How do you explain that these two particular books were physically written between 1893 and 1896
and described everything that happened on Fifth Avenue?
Exactly.
The day of the election. Everything.
And Baron Trump's best friend was named Don, and he lived in Castle Trump.
But that would kind of smear up Doc's theory that they only get a little warped view of what's going on, right?
Perhaps not.
He can have his own theory.
The books weren't written by them, though, were they?
Mm-mm.
So it's Ingersoll Lockwood is the author of those books. Yeah. I highly suggest anybody in the chat research that.
It is very interesting.
You can download them. Just search. You'll find them online. You can just download them, or you can even get them in Apple Books.
Will blow your fucking minds. I'm telling you. And then suddenly, it starts coming into vision of that 20,000 foot vision of how all the shit streamlines together. And I'm telling you, the election is not just about the election. I think it's their grand time to take everything they have as a RICO case to court. And that's my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty convinced of it in the spirit. And speaking of the spirit, I'm pretty sure California went red. So, Bugs, you do owe me that case of beer. And you, Phil.
Yeah, hey, and you know what? New Mexico may go red. There may be a lot of them.
Guess what state's not going red?
I like my tequila chilled.
I'm waiting for my 4 cases of beer, but because every model says
my Patron Silver.
Every model says New York is blue, guys. So.
Oh, well, we'll see. It ain't over yet. That lady hadn't sung.
Wait until January 20th, Phil. Wait until January 20th.
Wait, even that little map, even that map from the server that I've seen floating around on Twitter has New York blue.
That don't mean squat. And it's supposed to be the Bible?
Well, New York does stay blue, but Maine flips to red.
Oh, even Stephen agrees.
That was over
55 electoral votes in California. Flips red.
If you look back, it was not just about New York. The bet was not just about New York.
Yeah, it was.
It was about POTUS. No, it was not. You look back. It was about the map in general and us saying that POTUS was going to be in a landslide.
No.
We talked about New Mexico.
Because you said New York was going to be red, and I said, no, it won't. And that's when we made the bet. I got it on tape.
If you did, it was Neil. Will you just go back and bring that up and let's look at it?
Oh, I will.
that was Neil that was talking big. But
time for Phil to time travel back in time.
I'll ante up on that bit. Huh? Do what?
It's time for Phil to go back in time. Go back to the Lincoln.
Hey, Phil.
Yes.
Apparently Sydney did a really great interview on Newsmax. Is there any chance we could, if we could find it, if we could play a little bit of it?
That won't be hard. Let me go into YouTube.
In the meantime, I'll play our new national anthem.
It's the Russia one.
You're such a baby. Feel like it, doesn't it?
You got it, Neil?
Just checking now, 2 secs. Not on YouTube. I thought it might. Yes, I think I've got it. 1 sec.
Where are you dropping it?
Though. I'm going to put it in the Telegram chat room. It's Twitter though, so I don't know how well this is going to turn out. There you go.
All right.
This is it anyway.
Let me get it, and you know what? Because it's Twitter, I'm going to download it because they never play right for me. So, come on.
Oh, there's some more here as well. There's 2 videos. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Downloading it again.
All right. Wait, they're right on top of each other, right? I got them both. If it lets me do it.
And when
I've never had to do this before with 2 of them. Let's see what happens. Paste. Pasty. Come on. Oh, yep. It's going to give me one of them.
Let me ask you about the state of Georgia.
Oh, don't play it. Download it. Everybody enjoying our new national anthem. By the way, don't forget our 500 D Live contest where you can win 2 t-shirts. A large JJ Stoney. I'm trying to type at the same time. JJ Stoner Midget Wednesday shirt, child size. And a t-shirt from the winning TV store, Speakeasy, a Mega Promises Cup shirt, or a winning TV shirt. So, get us to 500 so you can get on that wheel of death and try to win 2 t-shirts. I got one. Let me get the other one. Enjoying our national anthem? Oh, come on. Let me... Yes. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Almost there. I don't know why Twitter videos never...
Let me ask you about the state of Georgia.
Twitter videos never play.
No, don't for me either. I just use Twitter downloader.
Don't you think that's something they do on purpose?
Probably, but then that's where the little tool Twitter downloader comes in. I think is that what you use, Phil, innit?
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. All right. And if Trump wins and the left is destroyed, we'll have another national anthem if Biden loses and is not installed. Oh, shit.
Why does that sound German to me? This is like alt-right style, Bill.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how I know that, but...
Okay. Oh, good night, Boogie. Get some sleep, brother.
Not Bixter.
See you later, Boogie.
A good night, Mr. Boogie Obama. All right, let's find them now. Where'd they go? There they are. All right, here we go. Come on, open.
Let me ask you about the state of Georgia. Obviously, yesterday, the governor there, he certified the election for Joe Biden. It's about 12,000 votes. And what you see, will Georgia switch?
Yeah, that's a total farce. Georgia's probably going to be the first state I'm going to blow up, and Mr. Kemp and the Secretary of State need to go with it because they're in on the Dominion scam with their last-minute purchase or award of a contract to Dominion of $100 million. The State Bureau of Investigation for Georgia ought to be looking into the financial benefits received by Mr. Kemp and the Secretary of State's family about that time. And another benefit Dominion was created to award is what I would call election insurance. That's why Hugo Chavez had it created in the first place. But I also wonder where he got the technology, where it actually came from, because I think it's hammer and scorecard from the CIA.
Just to clarify, you're saying that Governor Kemp, who's been a longtime ally of the president, is directly involved because of financial benefit in the conspiracy to defeat the president in Georgia?
We have certainly been told that there is evidence of that, and it would warrant an investigation if anybody were actually going to do an honest investigation.
What more could you tell us about that alleged conspiracy? Is the governor's involvement?
I can't give you any more details than that now, but it would certainly warrant an investigation. If it had been reported to me as a law enforcement officer, I would be investigating it steadfastly.
I know you say you want to do your arguing in court. You are an attorney. You're not a press secretary. But you all did have a press conference last week. Jordan Sekelo said that there's going to be a filing soon in Georgia that would be explosive. Can you tell us anything? Can you make some news with us here tonight? Tell us anything new that you're going to present in that filing in Georgia.
Well, I can't say that yet. But hopefully this week we will get it ready to file.
Sydney,
it will be biblical.
Biblical. What is the state where?
That's the first one. The second one didn't come through for some reason. I'm working on it now.
It will be biblical. I just love the fact that the media are losing their minds.
When you lay all this,
what's that, Neil?
I just love the fact that the media are losing their absolute fucking minds. Like you see what they were like with when VP Pence walked off the fucking stage the other day. They're losing their shit.
Yeah, why won't the president concede? Is he gonna concede?
Do you know when Katie did hers? Was it yesterday? And there was a guy continuously shouting. Do you know where he was from? Playboy.
Really?
Because I fuck what he's got to say.
Here is the second one. Here we go.
And when you lay all this out, and you're going to do this in court, do you have what you think is irrefutable evidence that will make up the minds of millions of American people?
Well, the burden of proof in court is only a preponderance of the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
It's not beyond a reasonable doubt. That's the criminal standard. But frankly, with everything we've got, these should be criminal prosecutions at a significant level for fraud and conspiracy to defraud provable beyond a reasonable doubt. There are hundreds of thousands of people in our criminal system right now in prison who were convicted on far less evidence of guilt than we have here.
Sidney Powell, I want you to react to something that this Republican senator from Pennsylvania, Pat Toomey, just said in reaction to the district court judge's decision. The district court judge is someone who's very close to Pat Toomey. Senator Toomey says that President Trump has now, quote, exhausted all plausible legal options to challenge the result of the presidential race in Pennsylvania. Is that true?
No, that's not true at all.
Can you explain why the senator's wrong?
Hardly begun to fight.
Can you explain why is the senator wrong?
Well, he's wrong because Pennsylvania was one of the hotbeds of many varieties of fraud and criminal acts that the Department of Justice, frankly, should be in there prosecuting. And we're going to dump a whole lot of them into evidence in our fraud case that we're going to file in Pennsylvania.
Why do you think the Justice Department isn't being more aggressive in following up on what you see?
I think the Justice Department has known about this issue for a long time and turned a blind eye to it.
Why though?
I wonder how much the CIA actually had a role in starting this kind of program to begin with, use on other countries.
Why would Donald Trump's Justice Department not be interested in this?
Well, I wish Donald Trump had as much control over the Justice Department as people think he does. It's taken on a life of its own. I don't think even Bill Barr has the control over the Justice Department that he would like to have, because there are so many lawyers in so many different places doing whatever it is they want to do and ignoring the standards and practices that historically created the Justice Department to seek justice and not convictions. I mean, I wrote a book about that back in 2014. We've been on this increasingly bad path for decades now, and it's done nothing but get worse because nobody's told the truth and stood up for the truth. But Americans are now. They're livid about this, and they can see it. Everybody saw it election night. They saw votes being subtracted from President Trump and appearing on the Biden side of the scale. And that's exactly what this Dominion system was designed to do. And we have eyewitness testimony to its entire creation for that very purpose.
There have been warnings about this system. We were talking about it earlier, Sidney. I mean, you had Senators Warren and Klobuchar that made a big stink about the 2018 midterms, saying that they don't trust Dominion, that they saw evidence that votes could be switched using these systems. These are Democrats who ran for president. What I don't understand is how does this get ignored? I mean, this is a nationwide, this is a democracy shocking scandal, if it is true.
It is.
And it's so big, I can't even wrap my head around it. I just wonder, how does this happen?
Well, that's exactly how it happens, because it's so big, nobody wants to wrap their head around it. Nobody wants to untie all the little knots that go into it.
Yeah.
But we have to if we're going to be a constitutional republic. This cannot go on. Our votes must be counted fair and true. Every legal vote is entitled to be counted, and every illegal vote nullifies the vote of an American citizen and our public will of we the people. It's absolutely counter to everything this country was founded on. So we have got to get this fixed now. I can't unsee it. I'll tell you that. I certainly cannot unsee what I have seen. And I'm going to make sure everybody else knows everything I've seen too, because we've got to hold our government institutions accountable and do better than this by each other. And it does cut across both political parties. It cuts across generations now, or at least multiple decades of this kind of corruption. It's got increasingly more sophisticated.
Has anybody given you
just smudge the edge of a ballot and stick it through the machine, and the ballot would be rejected? But now they can literally drag and drop hundreds of thousands of votes wherever they want them.
I mean,
everybody knew when they bought this system, and that was one of the features of the system. We've caught people lying now and saying that things that happened that ran people out of voting areas, and we've got tons of evidence. It's so much, it's hard to pull it all together.
How big of a, if this happened, how big of a conspiracy, how many people would have had to have been in on something like this?
Oh, gosh, probably thousands, including the people running the machines at each of the polling centers. We know, for example, that one of the higher-ups of Dominion went to Detroit the night of the election to handle things himself. And we also have evidence that there were any number of VPN lines open to the Internet for foreign actors to be meddling in it.
Has anybody given you an explanation that as to why they had to turn the machines off? You talk about how the machines got turned off, and then there was a vote dump.
Our witness from Venezuela, who saw it all created and how it worked, said that he knew as soon as the machines were turned off in those key states, it was because we, the people, in voting for Trump in a landslide election, had essentially broken the algorithm that had been pre-programmed into the machine. So they had to stop counting in those states and areas and backfill the vote with fraudulent mail-in ballots or whatever means they used to do it, whether they just injected numbers or trashed votes for Trump otherwise and changed the numbers. I don't know exactly how they did it right now in each spot, but that's essentially the way it worked.
Now, she did say that they lack some evidence there at the end. Right?
Can you play that last little bit again?
Yep. Waiting for it to come up.
And when you lay all this out,
hold on,
and you're going to do this in court,
I'm going to drop it down to the end there. It was like the last minute or 20 seconds or so.
So they had to stop counting in those states and areas and backfill the vote with fraudulent mail-in ballots or whatever means they used to do it, whether they just injected numbers or trashed votes for Trump otherwise and changed the numbers. I don't know exactly how they did it right.
That's a little unnerving. He doesn't know exactly how they did it. That's
they utilized a bunch of different sources. They were talking about I think it was Gateway Pundit maybe that put out an article and it was talking about how many thousands that they found that they could tell was filled out by a computer. The whole was filled in so perfectly, and it only voted for president, no down votes or anything like that. So they also did, I saw another, where they were filling out ballots. That one man was unboxing them, and that one guy was sitting at the desk, and he was just sitting there filling them out. I mean, it was bizarre. I think they were so freaked out at the sheer number that they had to cheat to get overcome that they have utilized everything at their disposal, which is probably going to be their downfall. Because I think it's going to come out that they did it. They had to resort to doing it a bunch of different ways.
You got to get that evidence, though. They don't have it right now.
I think they're
apparently.
working on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're going to need it in court.
Oh, yeah. Without that, then it's all just theory and conjecture.
Yeah, but remember they said that a lot of those people that they've got affidavits on and a lot of the evidence they've got are pictures and videos, too. So that ought to be interesting. See what they got.
Yeah, I think they need a little bit more. The piece that she admitted at the end that they still don't really have.
I didn't hear her say that they didn't have a piece. I think I heard her say that
they don't know how they did it.
Utilizing a lot of different ways. But remember, she's not even on the legal team. The legal team's been inspecting a lot of that, and I think that's what's going to be coming out state by state, don't you think?
Ooh, I hope she's working with them and would know, but
she's not working for them. I think she's working with them, but she's not working for them. She's doing it on her own because she said that it was so horrifying what they found. It was very emotional. It was very moving.
But that little end piece could be the difference between winning and losing. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be a...
Sure.
It's
not a guarantee.
No, without that final piece that they apparently don't really have solidified yet. The rest is just conjecture and theory.
They're 2 weeks into it, and remember, it takes time. They had they said the first hours after, during the election night, they had over 8,000 tips. So we know what they say they've got, and we know what they've got the potential to unearth between now and when they've got to present it in court. So
they got roughly
where we're at.
They got roughly 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Look how much has happened in the last 2 weeks. And we were just pulling at the thread. Now the thread's coming unraveled. Imagine what we're going to find out in the next 2 weeks. It's going to be wild on both sides. What they're going to throw at us. Did y'all see Shifty Schiff came out and was, he gets on my last nerve. He jumps up and down on my last nerve, absolutely. Because he looks so bizarre with that little bitty skinny neck and those big old bulgy eyes. And saying the most bizarre things that people know he's a liar. And he acts all righteous, and it just burns me up. I'm just saying. Did y'all see him?
No.
No, I'm glad I didn't, because he's a fucking little weasel.
You're spared. Saying it will forever be etched in my memory. I really wanted y'all to suffer with me if I had to see it.
Any chance? Any chance I could request a 5-minute smoke break?
Oh, go right ahead. Yeah.
Go for it, homeboy. I'm dealing with
3:30 in the morning here.
licensing my pet at the moment, so.
You're doing what?
I'm licensing my Yossi dogs.
Oh.
Bunch of harassing emails.
My kitty cat just came running through here like his hair is on fire. Ran in the doggy door.
All right.
Oh my God. We've had all sorts of wild critters in the neighborhood.
All right, guys.
My two kittens, gal. They're fucking amazing.
We're going to take a 5-minute break here, so we're going to take a 5-minute break, all right? We'll be back in 5.
Okay.
Enjoy these lovely commercials in the meantime.
Do you like your novelty comedy songs organic? Handmade with painstaking care, put into every note? Well, look no further than Irrational Times. Using only the finest instruments to create an experience that your ears will thank you for later. Irrational Times attempts to elevate the whimsy to a desirable level. New songs and sketches every week, so check it out.
Idiot booty bumper. Idiot booty bumper. Idiot booty bumper. Idiot booty bumper. Idiot booty bumper.
He's really giving that one a workout. Come on.
DLive.tv/JJ Stoner. And we love JJ here on the show.
It's the JJ Stoner Spring Collection. The perfect attire for any and every occasion you can think of this season. Like we were in the mosh pit full of sweat and everyone's slapping, hitting, and pulling on you. This shit won't rip! Lunch at your favorite cafe? Brunch with the girls? These stylish ensembles will give you the confidence you need to look and feel your best. Or if you're getting arrested for possession, it comes with a built-in police stick-proof body armor. Keep swinging, pigs! Call now, and your order will come with a complimentary ounce of that dankest bubblegum slurricane that the South has to offer. But don't forget the wall tapestry! If you need to cover your wall, it works!
Hello, my name is Frozen Asian, and I'd like to tell you about my show, The Sunday Night Shit Show, every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Along with good conversations and laughing at funny and weird shit we find on the internet, we also have the Hat Cam, where I showcase my myriad of great-looking hats. Here is a testimonial from a great friend of mine who has enjoyed my hats lately.
I hope your next hat is a bullet. Jesus Christ, what are you, fucking Asian Dick Tracy? What's wrong with you? You have to ruin my evening. Like I was just gonna listen to my buds do their show, and you just gotta do that. You do the show without the hat.
So you're not enjoying it?
No.
Dude, Asian
come
Dick
on,
Tracy.
secretly you enjoy it.
You look like you're going undercover in Argentina, but it's not working.
I hate you. I hate you.
Oh, come on, you secretly love it.
No, I openly hate it.
And there you have it. So subscribe to the Sunday Night Shit Show at youtube.com/Sunday Night Shit Show. And hope to see you there on Sunday nights. Bye.
Feeling depressed? Need someone to tell you it's not okay? Do you like goth public access TV? Then join me for The Big Empty every Sunday at noon. Major_Tom on DLive, with zeros for O's, because everything in your life is that difficult.
There's a place that we can go to watch old things. All the warm, fuzzy memories. It's a special little spot tucked away on DLive. Enjoy the joy of Pessy. Campy old movies and old cartoons. We hope to see you over there very soon. It's our special little spot tucked away on DLive. Enjoy the joy of Pessy. When we were kids and there wasn't any school, we'd sit and watch all the best cartoons, eating cereal until it was noon. We never thought that 30 years later it'd still be cool. Saturday night and cheesy movies, the ones that used to show us boobies. It's our special little spot tucked away on DLive. Enjoy the joy of Pessy. Enjoy the joy of Pessy. Enjoy the joy of Pessy.
This just in! The global officials that can help all, also known as Got You, have now banned all boogieing and boogie-related movements worldwide. Public safety is the main concern, they say, and people are reminded that boogieing is contagious. Anyone caught boogieing will be dealt with in the harshest terms police have reported. More at
Sometimes this world can get you down. There's just one thing you can do. You gotta get back up and shake it all around. No one's gonna tell me how I'm gonna boogie. Come on, everybody boogie bumper tonight. No one's gonna tell me how I'm gonna boogie. Come on, everybody boogie bumper tonight. No one's gonna tell me how to boogie. Come on, everybody boogie bumper tonight.
Most weeknights, join my good self UK Neil over at DLive for the Great Awakening show. That's over on DLive at dlive.tv/UK Neil. Get yourself out of that matrix and get over to the Great Awakening.
Patriots, this is your favorite Southerner, Doc Martin. Just wanted to remind you to put on your calendars to join me and your favorite ne'er-do-well Yankee, Bill D'Angelo, on Saturday nights, beginning with Promises Kept at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by the Speakeasy. All of your favorite Patriots. You never know what we might cuss and discuss.
That's right, Doc Martin. This is everybody's favorite Yankee, and on Saturday night we could have Timmy, wife-censored, affectionately known as Electrolux, the original Grandma, UK Neil, Rusty and his famous sound test show, Coffee Talk with Sandra, Earth Citizen, Stefan, the infamous Grandma Sears, Mac Daddy may even make a show up, or virtually anyone else in the world for some irrelevant fun.
Yankee, you mean some irreverent fun. So be sure to join us on Twitch, Periscope, DLive, or YouTube.
That's right, Doc. Follow us at Winning TV on all of those channels.
So be sure and put it on your calendar. We'll be looking for you. We'll leave the porch light on.
I still think it's irrelevant fun.
But why are you farming for coins when you have a heavy bag?
All right, we're back. We're back. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey, guess what? Did y'all see the breaking news?
No.
There is a White House correspondent. I can't remember her name. I'll go back over
I
and
know
just
what you're
get
going
it.
to say.
I just walked away. And yeah, they got a piece of hardware from Germany. Did you see it? I was going to tell you, I was going, Neil's going to love this.
Yes. Winning. My last question, I guess what I was trying to emphasize this whole show. When have you ever known Donald Trump to not win?
Trump doesn't lose.
Yes, he does.
Lose.
A couple of times he's lost. Just saying.
I'll tell you something here.
Yeah, but you know what makes him... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, you go ahead, darling.
I've got £100 bet with a bloody anti-Trump at work over this, and you know what? I was quite happy to do that bet because I know Trump's going to pull this off.
Just
Yeah,
hope.
what I like about him, it's not that he doesn't lose. What makes him successful is he doesn't give up. He doesn't take that loss as final. I think that's what I've said all along. I think that is the true mark of a successful person. It isn't that you're not going to fall on your face. It isn't that you're not going to make mistakes, that you're not going to lose sometimes, that you're not going to, that you're going to win all the time. It's that when you don't quit. Because all he does is back up, find another way around it, and he goes at it again until he gets what he wants, basically.
Art of war.
I mean, seems to me.
So he does lose at times.
Yes, I think. Well, look, I mean, he's declared bankruptcy. He's a businessman. Of course, he's lost.
Yeah.
But overall, his winning ratio is like phenomenal. Yes, but what makes him phenomenal is that not that he wins the first time every time. It's that he doesn't give up when he doesn't. That's what makes him successful, in my eyes. I mean, I'm a layperson.
Jack Posobiec just put up a screenshot from Politico. Georgia election systems could have been hacked before the 2016 vote.
You think? Really?
Hopefully,
we would have never guessed.
Hopefully, there's something on that hardware, and it's not been tampered with.
Well, even if it has, don't you think we got people somewhere good enough to figure it out?
Nobody I would trust at this point.
Played him on here. Sorry, go on, Phil.
Nobody I would trust at this point.
Well, that's the sticking point right there. Is find somebody we trust.
The entire. Sorry, go ahead, Neil.
I was going to say somebody that everybody should be watching, and you played him on here before, Phil. Is Thomas Wichter. Watch his YouTube pieces. He nails it. He nails it. I think I love his YouTube bits.
Yeah, I've been watching him. You even heard in that interview with Sidney Powell, where is the DOJ with all of this voter fraud going on? They aren't doing anything. It's just amazing. Because the entire DOJ and most of the FBI and a lot of the 17 agencies are filled with resistors right now. Still.
And with deep staters.
Yep.
Yeah, that were purposefully put there. That's what Obama did throughout his presidency, is he layered all these people throughout the government to be resistors if, everything didn't go their way, and to implement what they wanted when they were in power. And that's why it's been so hard to drain the swamp, is because and another reason why I think that they have to allow certain things to happen is to flush these people out so they can get rid of them. Like Krebs and what's his head? Espers.
Look at the Syria situation. They were lying for years to Trump about how many troops were actually there. And Trump had no clue. He just was told it's this many, and But they were lying for years. Since he's been in office, they've been lying to him. That's pretty scary when you've got troops out in the battlefield and you're not being told what the numbers are.
Yeah. We even have deep staters and these lowlifes that are in the military. I mean, that's even scarier to me because they have the power, to have an effect in our lives and in the outcome. So I've always thought that was very alarming.
Well, yeah, remember the West Point graduates that were communists and proud of it?
Yeah, sure do. Remember all the generals that have come out against POTUS? And if you're a Q reader, Q's told us there's going to be more come out against him. Like Mattis. A lot of these fools. And Q says that it's going to become, quite evident and very alarming at the number of military and people like that are going to come out against POTUS before it's all over said and done with. So I think this has just kind of been the beginning.
That's why they got rid of Flynn right away.
Uh-huh.
He never made it through day
everything.
one. He never really made it through day one at the White House before he had to be let go because he was arrested, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, and there's been so many. But I'll tell you who I have really appreciated is Grinnell. Boy, he is a badass. Mm-hmm. I like him.
The only problem is you need about 50,000 more of them.
I know.
Yeah.
We need to clone him. Well, if all these conspiracy theories are true, we probably have the ability to do it.
Oh, I can get like 50 or 60 of me and send them all down to Texas.
Oh, please.
And just harass you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Just harass
murders in Texas, I guarantee you that.
There would be.
Well, there'd be 50 of me, so.
Oh, you're just too funny, aren't you?
The cherry popper.
Just bring it, Yank.
Hey,
Luckily, it only takes one Southerner to handle all 50 Yankees.
I'm sorry Grandma left because I had a couple things to show you. Remember, Grandma introduced us to this guy from Russia, the singer. Oh, we'll play it, and then I'll show you something that'll blow your mind.
好，现在我们以热烈的掌声，再一次的欢迎维塔斯为我们大家演唱他的那首
He must have been having a concert in like Japan, I'm guessing.
代表作歌曲
You remember this guy?
Yes, I do.
Ночью гроза, а на утро туман. Солнце остыло совсем. Давней боли.
I'll hit the high notes for him.
Пусть собираются все.
Wasn't that amazing?
Is this like the Russian Rob Halford or something?
Yeah.
расстроен, но я в нем один. Хлопнула дверь за спиной. Ветер осенний стучится в окно, плачет опять надо мной. Это судьба, а судьбу не могу я ни о чем просить. Только я знаю, как после меня станут ветра голосить.
Okay, so that's the Russian doing it, right? And most of the time, we make fun of, or at least I do, Japanese people for the way they sing or whatever. Here's a little Japanese music for you, okay? Okay, so kind of made fun of myself with Japanese people doing horrible music like that. But then I found this today. And I was like, oh, not this. Damn YouTube. Then I found this today. Watch this. That song, remember that Russian guy just sang that song we just heard. Watch this.
Дом мой достроен, но я в нем один. Хлопнула дверь за спиной. Ветер осенний стучится в окно, плачет опять надо мной. Ночью гроза, а на утро туман. Солнце остыло совсем.
You see this?
Давние боли идут чередой.
Watch this though. Holy shit! I was not expecting that.
Someone just kicked him in the bollocks.
Neil, I don't think you have the goal left. I think the Catholics got him.
He's singing in Russian too. It's even weirder.
Hold on, pause it, Phil. I'll pause it just for a second. This, people, is intellectual property theft right here. And this is what Asians are good at. So, don't put it past them.
Man.
прости, только я знаю, после меня станут ветра глазей.
Holy shit.
I bet acoustic can go higher.
Holy shit. I gotta admit, pretty impressive for an Asian guy to copy that. I never saw that coming.
That's something to be able to sing in another language.
Yeah, especially an Asian trying to sing Russian.
Dude, that was literally like 6 octaves. That's insane from a musical standpoint. But that's intellectual property theft, Ian.
I think it's a show like I don't know, America's Got Talent or something. Because they
Guy gets kicked in the bollocks.
They get cut back to the other contestants. Did you see that? So I think it's a show where you get up there and sing a song, right? From anybody. We do that
I told
here.
You, Neil, they don't have gullets left. Like, they were cut off. I mean, come on. You don't have 6 octaves in you if you're a man. You just don't. I don't care where you're from.
Pretty damn impressive to hit 6 octaves for any man. So, testosterone. Somebody, Rusty said. So what's next, guys?
What you got, Mike? You got any of the Victoria lockdown bullshit?
No, but I got something here from Rush Limbaugh that we didn't get to.
Oh, I love Rush. Is it the one I sent you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Rush, it's great to be here. I'm going to try to hold myself together, not get emotional here, but I want to harken back to your statement about Georgia.
Yeah.
And about the Trump voter.
Yeah.
And they should be very afraid, very afraid. Trump and you are all we have left, Rush. We've spent our lives voting for these people because they're not them. And we just can't do it anymore. We're tired of being stabbed in the back, Rush. It's better to have an enemy that's in front of you than a friend that's behind you that's just going to stab you. They do it every time. We have a Republican-controlled state, and they won't do an audit of the vote. They won't. They just basically told every Georgian that they don't care. We were in Washington on Saturday. Me and my 33-year-old son, we saw more people than we've ever seen in our lifetime, ever. And we're season ticket holders for the Ravens, for God's sakes. I've been in crowds of 80,000 people. I've been to Steelers games, for goodness sakes. I have never seen so many people, but were there any Republicans there? No. None. None. But
wait. What? There were no What was this thing that you went to?
A week ago Saturday in Washington, D.C., the mega rally. There must have been hundreds of thousands.
Okay, it's a MAGA rally, and you mean no elected Republicans? Is that what you mean?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Our party leadership, quote unquote, if this were a Democrat rally, they would all be there. They were there for the anti-Tea Party movement, walking hand in hand up the steps.
Yep.
No one stands for us, Rush. Only you and Donald Trump. God forbid. What do we have left? I love my president. I am not a revolutionary, Rush, but I will die for my president. This man has given more to this country than anybody, and he has no need to. None. He's a billionaire. He doesn't need this.
That's exactly right.
It's disheartening.
Yeah.
That is so sad. It's true, isn't it?
If Trump doesn't pull this off, at whatever
We're
Supreme
screwed.
Court or whatever, Republican Party's dead forever.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the Republican Party is dead already, but yeah, I get your point.
Yeah.
I think it's now the MAGA Party.
They won't need.
It's like, sorry, go on.
They won't need the left to burn it down. It'll be gone.
Yeah.
Do you all know, if I said Judy Shelton, do you know who I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The
well,
lady
they had the vote. They had the
Trump nominated for the Federal Reserve Board.
Yeah. Well, they had the vote in the Senate this week. I don't know if you remember during the old social media chatting session, they said Lindsey Graham had to leave to go and cast the vote somewhere, and that was it. And Mitch McConnell voted against Judy Shelton, and she lost out. I think it was something like 52 to 48 or something there and thereabouts, something like that. I can't remember the exact numbers, but she lost out by a few votes, and Mitch McConnell voted against her. Now, what does that say?
Yep. But I think didn't I read somewhere that there's another route to still get her through? They're still going to have a chance or something?
Well, Dave of X22 brought it up. That's the only reason I knew was because Dave on X22 brought it up on his show. And what he was alluding to was the fact that what you're seeing now isn't even the final battle. Do you know what I mean? If this was like a computer game, this is the second to last boss.
The skirmish.
The big battle is going to be the central banks for Trump.
Well, we need it done though.
Well, if he doesn't get in, there will be no Federal Reserve anymore. So, I guarantee if Biden,
is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing, though, Phil?
No,
If the
it's
Federal
not going to
Reserve
be.
Goes bye-bye.
It's not going to be a good thing, is what I'm trying to say, because if Trump doesn't get in, you'll see Biden join the Great Reset in the first quarter of 2021, guaranteed.
Well, see, and that's kind of, I've been hinting at a lot of things all night, but it's the Great Reset versus the Federal Reserve going bye-bye, Trump-style Great Reset. It's either we have a gold standard or we sell ourselves out to the rest of the world, and you and me become peons, literally peons, where we're going to eat out of the back of garbage trucks and consider that cuisine. Do we want that? Are we going to allow it? I don't think so.
The Trump reset will be Nasara Jasara.
Yep, yeah, exactly, Neil, exactly. But without getting too deep in that, it's either we eat out of the back of garbage trucks or our money becomes valued again, and we'll go to the movies for $1 or $2, and
well, you won't.
This whole thing is just ridiculously laughable.
Under
the
the great
Democrats have figured out that he's on their fucking ass is just laughable. It's their dead cat bounce, and that's where I stand. I don't give a shit.
Under
It's
the Great Reset, you won't have money. You'll have credits on your phone from the government to spend in the allotted time.
Well, but you can't spend shit unless you have the vaccine and the tattoo. And so it's either we go to that regime change or we back up the former attempted regime change, I guess you could say, and tell them, fuck you. We're Americans. We ain't doing it. Have fun getting shot in the head at Gitmo. I mean it. Like, it's literally, it's come down to scorched earth. Scorched fucking earth, motherfuckers. Do it. One side take your turn, and the other side's going to win. I guarantee you. It's just awesome. Like, grab your popcorn, people. There's no turning back, I don't think. It's we're either fucked one way.
You're going to need them.
Yep. It's either we're fucked one way real hard, bend over right now, or, you know,
we got a shot at saving our country.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a warning. It's not going to be awesome either way it goes. It's going to be
hell either way we go.
Yes.
But one way we've got a shot at being free, and one way we don't.
It's win or lose.
It's not going to be fun, though. It's going to be ugly. Very ugly.
It is. Especially if we win.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to be ugly when we go to quarantine camps or re-education camps or death camps or whatever it is they send us to if they win. But it's going to be ugly. That's why I was saying everybody's got to put their armor on and be ready. Have your support systems in place for the next few weeks or months.
Hey, all we need is the armor of God. That's all we need.
That's right. That's right. He goes
Satan is the
before
great
us.
deceiver, and I hope everybody out there sees it now. He's deceived you for a long time. Yeah, and it's not my words. It's what they literally worship. It's what they worship, and they put it in our face. So you cannot deny the existence of it, of the Satan love, the fucking Saturn. There's a lot of esoterical things you could go into, but the point is, it's us versus them. It's spiritual fucking warfare. It's not just psyop. It's you feel it in your soul. I will digress with that.
And it's not just the U.S. where it's going to be ugly. It'll be ugly in a lot of countries. That's for sure. Yeah.
The thing is, generally worldwide, you could feel the anger of people waking up, especially the COVID thing. Like, if there's anything that's woken people up to government control and the New World Order, it's the COVID situation. I mean, you're seeing rallies everywhere. People are just getting angry with it. People are, people worldwide at this point are on the tipping point with anger.
They are,
because the more they find out about COVID, the more pissed off they're getting.
But you can see the accelerator being pressed hard for the Great Reset right now. With these lockdowns in New York, California, right back to the most populous states are back to lockdowns again. Right? That's them. It's not about COVID so much as them putting the pedal to the metal now to destroy the economy to get to this Great Reset.
Yeah.
Well, Phil, aside from destroying the economy, what else do you think that the lockdowns accomplish for the Democrats? What, like, I have all my own thoughts, but I need to hear you guys' thoughts.
It's just to deject you, to kick you right in the teeth when you're down. There's a lot of people suffering here in New York now. And this just makes it worse.
Because it's no different. It's no different than Antifa pushing an old man down and then kicking him in the face when he doesn't know what the hell's going on.
I understand that, but
they're going to.
What you don't understand is when people are hungry, can't pay their bills, they're going to swoop in with this, hey, guys, we got this awesome plan. Your debt's going to go away, but you got to follow these rules. And I guarantee a lot of people, my family's starving versus I might lose my home versus the government's going to help me. That's the plan. That's why they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like Reagan said, like never trust the government if they say they're there to help. First of all,
but
second of all,
people in dire need and their kids are hungry are going to do what they have to do.
Well, and see, that's why I don't think it's going to be so bad, because I think the left severely underestimates the mega culture or just the country boy style culture. Will be the ones that are still living, and they won't. That's it. I'm not being radical. I'm not anything, but as many people say, they're really fucking pushing their hand, and it's only so long until.
Oh, they've just begun to push their hand.
Say,
You don't realize they've just begun to push their hand. This is just the beginning. If Biden's in, it's going to get a lot worse.
They know no bounds when it comes to morality with their deceptions. Like
exactly,
a white lie is one
thing,
but fuck, did you guys see Gavin Newsom's little press conference after he got caught? I know you guys just talked about it, but I mean, the guy looks like he was on drugs for days.
Apparently, the petition.
I didn't see it.
What is it? The petition they've got together. I was listening to One America News Network this morning. They were talking about the petition thing they've got together to get him out. Apparently, that's got some steam behind it.
Well, I fucking hope so. We tried to out Kate Brown this year via petition, and we were like 3,000 signatures short. Which, that's here and there.
Recall, that's it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But, it's also Kate Brown. So, we vote in the state via mail. That's the only option we got. So, who knows what last 3-4 elections have really told versus what they've just pushed through.
Sure.
It's fucking ridiculous, man. I've lost hope. That's why I'm like scorched earth.
Well, don't, because you know what? Nope. You don't ever know how this may. But what I'm saying is, this may be y'all's hope of someday getting change. Is if we do show that all of this fraud and the problems with mail-in, maybe y'all can push through enough change up there to get it changed for in person. Maybe people get pissed off enough at what's transpired that they insist on it.
Well, Sass, I think it's more like this. It's more like we've tried and tried and tried, and they've outsmarted us, and now it's just like, well, what the fuck do we do? It's either we rely on Trump or, I mean, we can try again, but the moment you try to do something over and over, expecting a different outcome with the same tactic, you're considered insane. And so it's like, how do you go about this?
Well, I understand your point.
I know a lot of Oregonians feel this way. We're all just like,
dude, and if they do,
cocaine, methamphetamine, LSD, mushrooms, they're all a fucking ticket now. You get thrown in jail for drinking and driving, but you can be high on meth with 40 hits of fucking acid, all kinds of ecstasy. Where the fuck do you draw the line? Plastic straws are illegal. You can get fined more for plastic straws in Oregon than having a couple grams or an 8-ball of Coke. Come on now. This is insanity. Rant over. Sorry.
Well, I certainly understand you having the need to rant, but what I'm saying is maybe, hopefully, with everything that comes out, maybe this will be y'all's best time to push for change.
I put it this way. I think I'm kind of taking a more positive approach, right? From everything I'm learning about POTUS, how he works, listening to a more positive approach to things. See the way I see it now, right? Humanity has been through a hell of a lot over the years. Faced many battles, faced many times when we thought our days were bloody numbered. And you know what? The way I see it, this is another fucking battle where humanity is going to fucking survive and we're going to go on to great things. And Trump said it himself, things like, the first woman on the moon, traveling to fucking space, right? screw the fucking deep state and the cabal. I think that humanity is going to be absolutely fine. I think everything we're seeing now is them with their last death push, and I think we're going to be absolutely fine. I really do. From some of the things I'm seeing, and not just political stuff that I'm watching, I think humanity has a great future, and I think this is just another battle that we've got to face because we've got some dark, evil sons of bitches running this world, and they're not going to be running it much longer.
I could
Neil,
see
I
a
try to
Becca out there. I just want to let Becca know we could see her in the chat. Sorry.
Yeah, Becca, we see you. I was in a little rant there, but
Neil,
I will agree with you. Like it has come down to dire straits, but I'm always an optimist. It's just at times you need to let that negative shit go out because you see it all the time. Like the MSM pushes it on. They have no evidence. They have nothing, and you're like, fuck you. Yes, they do. Watch this. But at the same time, why the fuck was Space Force necessary? That's an interesting topic. And why has it been so subdued? I mean, it was a big deal in the first, maybe second year of his term. Now it's subdued. Why?
I think maybe a little bit of, and I think Trump's right. He's reignited NASA, and I think you cross NASA, SpaceX. There's been a lot going on with SpaceX. I think you'll start seeing Space Force do a lot more in his second term, just from what I've seen watching, SpaceX and NASA stuff the last year or so. That they've been doing a lot, haven't they? I think you'll start seeing Space Force flourish a lot more in his second term, and them doing a lot more things that probably even maybe NASA and SpaceX have never even done before. From the way he's talking,
SpaceX and NASA. I mean, think about two fucking industries Obama tried to ruin. Why the hell did he ruin them? I don't think he ruined them. I think he took them over and adopted them into, say, like a black op for his own personal gain. And that's why Space Force was necessary. And just like Trump rebuilt the military that was depleted under Obama, again, he rebuilt NASA because they were critical. And you know what? I watch all these flat earth things and I think they're all full of shit. But that's not the point. The point is there is a reason they push to have Space Force, to have NASA, to have Elon Musk. I mean, Trump said it himself, like, let the private companies launch their money into the air because they're the ones really securing the science. You know what I mean? And everybody's like, trust the science. But then the liberals don't listen to trust the science on space. You know what I mean? It's like, what fucking world do we live in? And it just, I'm done.
Well, I think when you look at, like you said there with NASA and SpaceX, when Obama's in charge of it, you're literally talking about bloody Satan running it, and they don't want the human race to progress. They don't want the human race to do fantastic things like be able to jump on a ship and travel to, I don't know, Mars or Saturn or whatever you want to call it, because they want to hold mankind back. Because
fantastic observation.
I will say this: if Biden wins, and anything is possible, it seems in 2020 at least. If Biden's installed, you should just be prepared. Like, for instance, we are getting prepared to, if Biden wins, to leave at a minute's notice, depending on what the hell happens. I mean, got a kid with special needs. We're looking at that. The New World Order or the Great Reset, there's no place for people like that. So, just, you should be mindful of being prepared to do what you got to do.
It's literally the New World Order Great Reset is no different than eugenics that Hitler imposed, and they call us the Nazis, and they're the ones perpetrating it. I mean, it's just straight out of the Karl Marx playbook.
The problem is, where are we going to run? Where?
Well, I can go up to I can go up the Adirondacks. Good luck finding me for at least a few years.
Well, wait on me to get up there, and then we'll go together. I'm coming too.
I mean, wow.
Don't mind the tribe I have with me.
They would not waste troops and time and money to go find people out there, because it's thousands of acres of mountains and trees and woods, and Yeah, you could live out there.
For Louisiana, because I can tell you, there's some places in Louisiana they'd never find you, and they'd never come looking for you. They wouldn't be brave enough to.
But they got a lot of snakes and bugs
I
and
know. That's why I'm saying I'm coming to
alligators.
your side, not this one. I'm not going to the bayou. No.
Plus, there's
I don't
plenty.
know about y'all, but I'm going to Boogie Stand just because, like, even people that don't put their carts away get shot. Like, order will.
In the
You mean you
Adirondacks.
can't go walk your dog or go outside?
No,
You're gonna run to that
Boogie
place?
Stand. Boogie Stand.
Oh, Boogie Stand. Excuse me. I thought you meant okay.
In the Adirondacks, at least we'll have food because there's plenty of animals. There's plenty of lakes, and you could get lost
I
out
can
there.
promise you, we've got everything we need to survive off the grid for years to come. We'll be bringing it with us.
We'll leave our phones, no electronics, and gone.
That's an evil eye.
But you gotta we gotta be prepared. Either way.
Oh, we are. We've got our walkie-talkies and everything. We've got our base camp. We've got our communications. Everything.
You in Dallas have it worst, or near Dallas at least, right? Because if Trump wins, they're going to riot. If he loses, then you got to worry about what the hell Biden's going to do with this great reset. You got it both ways.
Abbott just had to kick in, and I'm pissed as hell because Dallas just trimmed their police budget so much that crime has just gone crazy, and Abbott had to send help from the state budget. I don't think that ought to be allowed. I think they ought to be required to maintain a certain level of police protection for their citizens in their budget.
I don't think it matters
should
at
not
all.
be passed to the rest of us.
It doesn't matter at all because
Okay.
you can say you're on their side, and they'll still throw rocks through your window.
No,
They'll still
that's
burn
what I'm
you.
saying.
The point is he's
that's what I'm
spending
saying.
state monies because those dipshit libtards in Dallas, where all of the libtards live, like all the big cities, and they trimmed their police budget like all the other freakoids. And now they've had such a spike in crime that Abbott had to spend state monies to send in state guys to take care of it. And I am mad because you know what? I pay a good amount of taxes in the city I live in so that we maintain a proper police presence. I shouldn't have to spend my state dollars on your sorry ass because you won't spend it on yourself. Kiss my ever-loving ass. I'm sorry.
That's what I was saying, Stefan. It was if Trump is the winner, she's got to worry about the left going apeshit crazy, which they will. They will do.
Dude, they go apeshit on their own selves. They're
if
eating their own.
If Biden,
but I will tell you this.
Yeah, but you don't get it. If Biden is declared the winner, is not declared the winner, what they've been doing is going to look like nothing. They are going to go insane.
Here's the deal. If Biden is declared the winner, that enables them to come and ask for the money that they think they're owed. And they'll burn the whole motherfucker down like they've done before.
When they don't get it. Yeah, they will. They'll eat their own eventually.
So you better have a route you better have a route up to my area, Doc, and I'll tell you where to meet us out in the Adirondacks.
Okay. I'll put you in my what do you call it? My little thingy. My Garmin thingy in my car.
Don't forget, we could always shimmy on up to Canada where nobody lives, because the Adirondacks lead right up.
Eyebrow man, come on, Phil.
No, I'm just saying if worst comes to worst, but in the Adirondacks, good luck finding people that want to disappear.
Well, good. Just wait on me to get up there. I drive fast. It won't take me long. David keeps my car packed. I've told y'all. Mm-hmm. He puts a bag in my car because I drive to go see all my customers, and so sometimes I may drive 2 or 3 hours just to go see a customer, work all day, and then drive 2 or 3 hours back home after I work all day. and he's always worried that something would happen while I was out on the road. So he put me together. He's very sweet. He put me together a bag, and I can survive a month with nothing. I mean, with that bag, I can make my own. I can clean my own water. I have a thing that can even catch humidity and make me water. I can generate everything. I've got all my camo clothes to change into, so I can hoof it back. He even has my backpack. He makes me weigh it, and then he makes me put it on to make sure I can carry it. Because he's going, okay, Denise, you're going to take off your business clothes, and you're going to put on these camo clothes. He changes it for the season, depending, because in Texas, you'd die if you had winter clothes on, to put on. So he changes it out winter and summer. But he goes, okay, now we're going to be taking this many clothes out that you'll be wearing, and that's this much weight. So we've got to, he packs the backpack, puts it on me, and makes me, he says, okay, how far can you walk in that? I'm going about 5 feet. I mean, he's got everything. But y'all, I've got everything I need for survival. Everything. I've even got my own hatchets. I've got my own everything. You just would not believe.
Ever
I have to have a class twice a year just to be able to use all this stuff he's got. What?
I said the best survival tactic ever, or pair of clothing, ghillie suit.
Is what?
A ghillie suit.
Oh, I ain't putting those on. But I have some real cute camo clothes. Just saying. If I'm going to be a camo, I'm going to still look cute. I can help it.
I could bring this in
see me because I'll be
based
camo.
on your
I'll be
uniform,
blending
but
in
I
with
won't
my
do it.
surroundings. Y'all wouldn't be able to appreciate my cuteness. What?
I said I could bring it into Smut Hour based on your descriptions of your survival gear, but I won't do it. I'll keep it classy.
Well, not that y'all
As long
could
as
see
it's
me
not-
anyway, because see, I'd have camo and I'd blend in. Y'all wouldn't even see me. Unless I had bright lipstick on, of course.
Did your hot tub come with you, though? Is that like natural camouflage?
Huh?
Skinny dipping in the hot tub, is that like natural camouflage? Does the hot tub come with you on your survival track?
No, I think I shine when I'm skinny dipping, but my camo is very sleek. But I've got everything. I've got the boots. I mean, I've got everything. It's pretty fun. But I mean, I think it's very thoughtful, that he does that. He knows that there's nobody else to cook for him if I don't make it home. Just saying.
Yeah, a guy can only survive on pork and beans for 7
Mm-hmm. I know how you do.
I think I'm going to hit the hay, guys, because I can feel the eyes going, and it's 4:30 in the morning here, so I am going to
Oh my gosh,
bid
I
you
always
guys a
forget
good
it's
night.
so late.
You
I do
damn
not know how
time
you
traveler.
do that.
Come on now.
He's our honorary American. We love
It's
him.
not even 8:30 on the West Coast, so.
I put up a post on Twitter yesterday saying, once all this COVID business is done and Trump's, secured in the White House now for 4 years, I'm putting the money together and I'm going to be coming over there for a month. I was talking to Phil on Twitter about it yesterday, actually.
Well, you better put Texas on your destination map.
And Oregon, you better do a whole goddamn sweep.
You got a place to stay, and I'll cook real good for you.
I can't wait, Doc. That'd be awesome.
Me too, sugar.
Well, look, guys, you have a great night, and I will speak to you soon. And have a good night to everybody out in the chat, and thanks for tuning in.
Neil, you the man.
Have a good night.
You're the man.
Speak to you later. Bye-bye.
Good night.
I don't know how he stays up on our schedule. I really don't. Bless his heart.
All right, guys. I think we're seeing people drop off. I think James is probably on right now. So.
Yeah, he is.
Well,
yeah, we lost
now's as good
half
time
of the
to
audience. Yeah.
call it a night as any. But it's been fun. I've enjoyed the discussion.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Stay vigilant and burn the shit down. If they don't do it, we're gonna do it.
You sound like
in
a
bad way.
you sound like a BLM slogan.
What a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
What do we do? We burn shit down.
Burn it down.
I'm just ready for action. That's all I'm saying. I'm ready. I think we're all ready.
It's coming. Well, I think it is upon us, don't you?
Well, yes, very subtly, but you know, they say that 60% of the shit they're gonna do, they ain't gonna show us, and that's what
I know.
Show us, show me now.
But you know what? It's going to make for some great exposés afterwards.
Oh, I know.
For years, we're going to be watching and learning and seeing everything behind the scenes.
See, I can get down with you on that. I agree completely.
You know,
it's
going to be awesome. We're going to go, oh my gosh, we didn't know that, or we thought it was this and it was that. And it's going to be exciting.
If I could leave you with one thought, do you think Sidney Powell saying, "I released the Kraken," was the shot heard around the world or no? Sorry, my Kelpie's freaking out.
Do I think that was what Q was referring to?
Well, do you think it's possible that was the shot
I
heard
know
around
what
the
a
world?
JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
And good night, Patriots.
Yeah,
Love.
I think it's possible. I'd have to think on that one because I really thought that it was going to have to do with the kids, but no, and I could entirely see that possible. I'd have to give it more thought, but yeah, I could see that. What about you, Phil?
Monica, you can head up to upstate New York. We'll take you with us to the Adirondacks. You'll survive.
Come on, Monica. It'll be.
But why are you farming for coins when you'll have a heavy bag?
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
Oh, and guess what? You know what just dawned on me? If we do that, I'll get to pester you 24/7, Phil. It's gonna be grand.
No, you'll have your own mountain.
Oh, yes, I'm gonna drink coffee and I'm gonna talk all the time.
You'll have your own mountain far enough away
I'm
from
gonna
my
come over
mountain.
and pester you. I'm gonna bring my coffee and I'm gonna come over there and sit there and go, what you doing? What's going on? What are we gonna do today?
I'm gonna make sure it's a 5-day walk from your mountain to my mountain.
Oh, you just think, honey. I can move fast. You'd be surprised. Even for a little old lady like me.
How tall are you, Doc?
Wait. Do what,
'Cause I'm
baby?
trying to imagine you like in heels, so like your feet.
How tall am I?
Yeah.
I used to be 5'5", but I think I'm only 5'4" now.
Oh, perfect. You can put on.
I think I'm
shrinking.
shrinking.
I'm still taller than you. So
Oh, yeah. How tall are you?
Oh, 5'11", 6 foot.
Oh,
Depends
yeah.
on what.
You're taller than me.
I have a feeling.
It doesn't take
after.
much.
I have a
Haley
feeling.
harasses me about it all the time.
I have a feeling after 6 months, Dave will be moving to my mountain.
Oh, honey, he's used to it. He'll be going, yeah, you need to go talk to Phil. You need to go see Phil. See, he knows. He's smart. He'll send me over to give him some peace. That's fun. It's true, though.
All right.
I'm
All right,
saying
guys.
If anybody ever stole me, they'd bring me back because I'd talk them to death.
All right, guys. Don't forget our T-shirt contest. So share out the show. We need 31 to go here to give away those T-shirts. Hopefully, I give them away before I move out to the Adirondacks with my go bag.
Y'all, if you don't, then he's going to make me wear them out there in the wilderness.
Yes, you're going to wear the child size, large JJ Stoner Midget Wednesday shirt. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Y'all.
Don't forget Rusty tomorrow night at, was it 10:30?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Daily Boogie on Monday night. And then I'll see you on Tuesday night. All right, guys. See you next week.
Night, y'all. Come back and see us.
Later. Burn the shit down.
But why are you a problem for coins when you'll have a heavy bag?
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
Well, that's it. Right. Nothing ever bad comes from being put on a list by government. Nothing ever bad comes from being put on a list by government. They're doing it to keep me safe. They're protecting me. Thank you for keeping me safe.